Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 1510 Southeast Main Street here in Portland. We're in the neighboring unit. That's where the clean out is. It's a shared sewer line. Got a 4-inch cast iron clean out, and it's at the back wall. Or if you're in this circumstance, I describe everything in general as if you're standing facing the front door. So this line does actually shoot out the front of the house. It does not appear to go out the back. Kind of where the rear street and garage area is. We're at the back of the garage, but it looks like it's going out underneath the front door area for the neighboring unit. Anyhow, water's running. We are zeroed out. Off we go here. Transitioning over to ABS plastic. Great thing to see. And my guess this is probably shared. We've already picked up a couple other tie-ins, and I mean shared beyond just the 2 units for the duplex. It's very typical. They run like a central main line down these things, down the middle of the building row, and everyone will tie into it. So we'll take this out a reasonable distance. If we start picking up a ton of tie-ins, we'll probably halt there. Now we're into 3034 PVC. Got a tie-in right there, which could realistically, that being that it's coming into the top of the pipe, could be a clean out access of some kind. And being that these lines are shared, I don't have the typical control over the water flow like a normal single home would provide. So, and we just swapped over to 6-inch concrete pipe there. What I'm getting at is I may not be able to get every drop of water drained out of the line on this one. And then we're into PVC pipe now, and there's the main. Alright, we're going to go locate really quick here while the pipe drains off, or as best we can get it to drain. In fact, what we're going to do here, just to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I'm going to pull the camera back to where the line transitions over to concrete, just to see if any of the concrete pipe still resides. There's very little PVC. It's basically just the very end portion of the line there. Or sorry, white 6-inch PVC anyway is what I'm referring to. You've certainly got 3034 in here. It looks like you've got a root penetration there at about 94 feet or 93 feet. Not affecting functionality right now though. Alrighty, located the camera head. I forgot to glean the street name. I believe it's Southeast Main Street, though. The line ends up going out to. Get myself mixed up with where the garage doors are heading out to. It does not go out to the street that the garages and driveways go to. It goes out to the road that sits right in front of the main entrance into the building row. Anyway, that was well into the road there. You can see the patch in the street right where they stopped that update. So the roots are way into city territory. And typically on these shared lines, I generally look at them a little gentler fashion because they are a shared responsibility with at least 2 units. You know, it makes a big difference when you're sharing some of those costs. And as it sits right now, the roots aren't affecting functionality. You could always forward that to the city, but generally the city's not fixing stuff unless it's actually causing real problems, flow issues. As it sits right now, that's just it's kind of an annoying observation to look at more than anything. So, and those are side tie-ins there. Those are coming in. My camera right now is kind of upside down. Those tie-ins are actually coming in at the side. So it does appear you've got a shared line with at least this side of the building rows. And the way these are working here, you've got a line for every 2 units. So, and I believe I've seen that many tie-ins beyond the stuff here. So, as for the other side of the other building row on the opposite side of where this one sits, that may very well have its own dedicated system. without getting a camera into all the lines to see where everything intersects and everything like that, it's hard to say. But from what I can see here, it looks like at least this building row on this side is tied together. That's sweet. This has been updated. Much of it has been anyway. Those little danglies there, which are right now on the bottom of the screen, that's actually the top of the pipe. Those are just glue drips. Another tie-in right there. So the line basically shoots out the front underneath the neighbors, turns, and heads out to Main Street. We're going to go ahead and reel the camera out of the line. We have good flow all the way out to the street. The cast iron here is in very nice condition. There's no rust scale, no pitting, no channeling, nothing. That stuff is held up beautifully. And then everything beyond that is updated pipe, drains off very nice, and a very clean sewer line too. So everything on property here is in good shape and functioning properly at this time. Everything in the road is functioning properly too. There's a little bit more I can nitpick about that pipe, but that's all in city responsibility. So, and for being a 112 foot line, very nicely installed. It's especially when you consider the depth this line comes out, you don't have a lot of room to work with on these things. They're pretty tight tolerances, so it's a nice install. Almost no settling issues to speak of. Anything there is extraordinarily minor.